Alright guys, so today I'll be doing a video going over the perks and the benefits of Athena and Osiris legendary and heroic forms. I'm absolutely miserable right now, so I apologize guys. I was up all night and I have to be somewhere like in 2 hours, so my apologies ahead of time. So let's go ahead and get this video on the road. So Osiris and Athena, these are the early stackers added to the game as of right now. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'll go over them. On top of my head as of right now, you just a mixture of what you can do. I think the beauty of stackers is for the early ones there isn't much wrong ways to go about doing them. So in my opinion, for me instantly, I'm doing one heroic Osiris X. I usually use this in my main build. I replace the last one with like a berserker, but yeah, it's a weird thing because in my opinion, if you guys go like supports, I would go ahead and do all legendaries, because most of the time, if you think about it, you're not doing it for the cooldown reductions. Like most people, like yeah, the cooldown reduction is nice, but it's not needed because there's quick territory. The reason why people go legendary Osiris and like legendary Athena is because it's going to be highly skilled up, and if it's highly skilled up, that means you're maximizing not just the cooldown, but there's also that -1 EP as well as the 18-second duration added to buffs. So how long is a buff stack usually? Like I think like 90 seconds or something. I can't remember. I think it's 90 seconds. So that's like 108 seconds right there, which is like almost 2 minutes. And in that time you can get up to like 3 to 4 time usage on your stacker, which is insane. So I think for Osiris is like +3. So in that time period, if it's, let's say it's 555, you can get up to like +9 or like +12, which is far superior compared to heroics, because heroics you're still getting charged at 2 EP, and then you don't have that duration added to the buff, as well as some other special perks. So for instance, let's go over Osiris. If you're support, you want to go for legendary, in my opinion. For the most part, if you're assassin as well, you want to go for legendary as well, just to have that longer duration. The negative EP is really nice as well. And did I get gems for this? No, I didn't. And basically that short duration if you plan on soloing, which most sims do plan on soloing, so that's really nice to have. If you're running like a desperado, it comes down to how many stackers you want to use. For me, the reason why heroic is my best choice for this is because I'm already using 2 goddesses, and I don't plan on replacing goddesses. Goddesses are the best in slot weapons. So replace with the berserker, and I'm just using 1. So even if I do use this a lot, I'm only losing 2 EP, and I have like what 27 to work with. So that's enough period for me. But if you plan on using like 3 stackers, such as like 2 Osiris, 1 Athena, or 2 Athenas and 1 Osiris, you're gonna need that legendary upgrade, because that EP is gonna be extremely taxing, because you're gonna be spamming a lot of skills, and no player actually like, oh, I'm just gonna use my Osiris or use my Athena once, wait out the buff, and then use it again. No, you're just not stacking at that point. Stacking in this game is king, so you need to have stacks. That's why you need to spam it often, which is why I like it the legendary more, because having that 1 EP, so you're basically getting charged like 50% off. It's game changing. Now the thing is though, Athena, if you go for legendary, you're thinking about the late game. As of right now, global content, most fights don't even last like 3 minutes. If I'm being brutally honest, most heroic does excel at fights that lasts like 3 minutes or less, and that's why heroic's probably used often in the early stages of the game, because you don't need much to kill like 100 million HP. I'm being brutally honest, you don't need that much. Now, say like if the bosses have like 10 bill HP, that's where legendary comes in handy, because those fights probably gonna last a couple minutes. So that's why I need that EP reduction. Now, prison wings aren't out yet, so you can't really spam and help people regenerate EP, and that's why you can use Eclipse Scepters, but that isn't helpful as well, because that brings your EP down as a Valkyrie or whatever. So that's why I like legendary for those, and that's why I recommend using legendary if you're like a burst like multi-stacker Athena or Osiris user. That's why it's beneficial to have. As for reliefs, Beliefs usually have a lot more EP compared to like Sins and Desperados. Uh, you can do. I usually just do it. I usually just do legendary as well. You can't. You honestly cannot go wrong with that negative that 1 EP less cost and the extended duration on the buffs. That is game changing later on, especially when QT's in play. You can stack that so many times, it's insane. Um, in my opinion, like if you guys have trouble deciding like, which one you want to use, personally right now I think Heroic Osiris is like super OP because not only do you get +2 stacks, which brings it up to like on par with Athena, maybe down just like 1 stack, you get +2 special attacks. So, like heroic, this heroic right here, heroic axe, I'm getting like +6 stacks without EX wave. So that'll be four stacks normally, and then there'll be 2 special attack stacks, which is really nice to have, which is what I really like. So the special attack part does get EX waved, so you gotta watch out for that. So if you get EX wave, you're staying at 4 stacks without the special attack, which is still really nice. I like that a lot. As for legendary, what's legendary give again? I think it was like extended duration, -1 EP, and like 1 stack, I think. So that's like +3. Still really good, especially if you plan on like skilling it up with duplicates. That is very nice to have. So I recommend, if you guys don't plan on skilling it up, go ahead and bring it to heroic. I don't plan on skilling up my dark axe. I'm just leaving it as heroic. So that's why heroic was the best option for me, because I'm using just 2 goddesses and 1 Osiris, so heroic is fine. As well as not skilling up, because I don't plan on wasting like materials and stuff skilling up for heroics. Alright, in my opinion, guys, skilling up heroic is not needed. You don't really need it because it doesn't really help you that much. But scaling up legendary does, because it makes that cooldown a little bit shorter, which is really nice. As for Athena, Athena is more like a utility. Osiris is really straightforward, like, oh, we give you more stacks. Athena is a little bit more different. I know for a fact that Athena legendary gives like a little bit HP back and some other perks to it. It's nice in solos. I don't think it's like super great in general. It's like in a legendary and heroic, a legendary heroic Osiris and Athena don't have that much difference. So in my opinion, you can go ahead and do whatever you want with whichever you want side to put on your max build. I figured that like the safest way is just go with Athena, because it just gives more stats. You get like a little bit HP back and all that jazz. So if you have Athena, just go ahead and use it. Honestly, I use Osiris because I don't have a dark Athena. Alright, so that's the end of this video, guys. I just want to briefly touch over it, so because I know a lot of people are having confusion right now, going, oh, is heroic better or is legendary better for Osiris? Both have their perks. Depends on what your build is. Easy choice for me to go with heroic. But for the most part, if you do plan on scaling it up, and I recommend that if you guys have duplicates, go ahead and scale up those legendary Osirises. That legendary is the better form. So I'm sorry if I sound like trash right now, guys. I'm like completely dead. So hopefully that cleared up a lot of misconceptions about Osiris and Athena for you guys. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you have questions, just leave them in the comments below.